And last time I told you that we're gonna have more, smaller, less well-known American whiskeys because of the missing of the taxes from the EU. And yes, this is one of them. It's the David Nicholson Reserve. And at the bottom you see 100, that's 100 proof. And below that, that's 50% alcohol by volume. It's from the Lux Row Distillers, and I read you how the text goes, and you can judge for yourself where the bottle comes from. Distilled and aged in Kentucky. So it's a Kentucky Straight Bourbon. It has to be aged and distilled in Kentucky. And straight means it comes from one distillery, at least 2 years old. So yeah, one distillery from Kentucky. Bottled for Lux Row Distillers, Bardstown, Kentucky. So it was bottled not by Lux Row Distillers, but for Lux Row Distillers. And that really doesn't give us a clue of which distillery it comes from. So they could have it bought somewhere else, bottled somewhere else, and then, said it's our product. And we just distribute it. But it could also be that it gets, they have the stuff from their distillery from that was built, opened 2018 and bottled by someone else because they just didn't want to buy that huge bottling plant that are really, investment intensive. So I'm not quite sure if it's from the Lux Row Distillery or if it's just, bought in spirit from one Kentucky distillery. So unfortunately, we don't know. Aged, extra aged for a smoother and more full-bodied flavor, this fine bourbon offers a distinctive spicy taste with the character and quality you expect from the David Nicholson brand. Unfortunately, I don't know the David Nicholson brand. Maybe it's a United States thing. That it used to be bigger in the United States. Unfortunately, I don't see any date numbers from when that brand comes from, so can't tell you anything about if that brand is really big or not. But in the end, it's all about the taste. And this is a Kentucky Straight Bourbon. Yeah, it's the stereotypical Kentucky Straight Bourbon. It has vanilla, it has caramel, it has what is it? Vanilla, caramel, sugary, it's honey, but you already feel that there is a good amount of oakiness in there as well. So it's full-bodied, as they say, full-bodied, extra matured, and yes, you just feel that it's the fresh American oak casks, and there's something even crisp or fried or burned or something like that in there. So it feels like the caramel is more well done as the normal caramel. Caramel is just, you take sugar, put it in the pan, heat it, and it caramelizes, so it turns into caramel. But that's kind of a spectrum where you say, okay, you have sugar, which is totally white, and when you go all the way, you have caramel color, which is black, and you just have to add drops and you get that kind of color in a normal liquid. And this caramel is more well done, so it feels like maybe there's a very well charred or very heavily toasted barrels used in there, and this gives this beautiful color. The barrel gives a beautiful color to the whiskey, and and this beautiful smell with a bit of a crisp taste to it. Oh, 50%, a lot of maturation, a lot of oak character, a lot of barrel in there. That's an intense Kentucky Straight Bourbon. It's not as mild as you know it from other stereotypical Kentucky Straight Bourbon, that forward on the palate and smooth and round and mellow and you know it all. But this is more of a strong one. This feels like a bit of an older Kentucky Straight Bourbon. You know that there are some bottlings that have age statements on it, like 6, 8 years or something like that. That goes more into that direction. It's not. It doesn't feel like a heavy 12 or 9, 10-year-old Kentucky Straight Bourbon, but it feels like a, I don't know, 5-year-old, 6-year-old Kentucky Straight Bourbon that just has a much more oak, much more barrel in that glass. The 50% also help a lot. They give it a lot more kick to it. Mm. 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 Oh, beautiful. I like it. So yeah, now these bottles are, yeah, 25% less expensive in Germany and EU. So that is quite good. So we get more of them. If you find them in the States, then yeah, no tariffs within the United States. So they should be reasonably priced there. So yeah, it's kind of a nice bottle. If you're into Kentucky Straight Bourbon, that's quite a good bottling. Yeah. That was my take on the David Nicholson Reserve. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.